What's up? Round Podcast, what's up? It's a comedy gold. We kicking it right here at the Legends concert. All the legends, you feel me? I'm a legend. I'm a young legend. You know, rocking Round's Podcast, show. Oh, shit.
If you like the content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Real shit, only fuck with them niggas I'm still with. I still with. If I'm in a fix, they bout some trill shit. For my rounds, I'll peel shit. Devise plans to get a meal ticket. With that attitude like we'll get it. Still busy, still with it. Looking over haters like they lil midgets. Nausea hopping around the night, camouflage like lil crickets. I got a problem with me having just a lil digits. From the city where niggas lie, kill, and steal for riches. And I done been around and even met some trill bitches. Broads harder than these niggas real snitches. I never tell on the soul, that's cold, the real sickness. Love run deep, I won't speak with God as my witness. I never mix with fake niggas because it's bad for business. And when I eat off my plate, I eat off clean dishes. That's why I'm testing my fate, about to get on my mission. It's real over here, daddy, so won't you take a listen. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, you heard me.
I keep my circle slim and grass trim. Can't let the serpents in. I circumvent. Crab niggas could get you murked for years.
Big ups to the fam. Shouts out to the team. Welcome to the Rounds Podcast. If it's your first time rocking with us, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you've been with us, then you already know what it is. 4 rounds, mainstream news, pop culture, a little bit of family business. I'm your host, Benjamin S. And for sure, I got my dogs with me. Kurt, fact checker, what's good with your homie?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm glad to be here, bro. Always appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zo, what's on with you?
What's good with it, baby? Freaky ass nigga, he the 69 God. Freaky ass. That's my favorite part, dog.
Hey, man. Say, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Hatchback, what's good with you? He froze over there. Let me see that meter acting up early. We gonna do that.
Wow,
Bam.
He
know. They call him Jules.
I know he look real angry.
Cool.
What it do, fellas? You know what I'm saying? Hump day, fun day, you dig? Glad to be here. Let's get it in, man.
Yes,
yeah, man. Yeah. Let's get it.
Hey, bro, I'm getting good spirits. We gonna. Hey, man, say, man, we gonna get them together though. But shit, in the meantime, we gonna get it popping. I guess. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Once y'all get in there, to whoever rocking right now, salute to y'all. Like you said, Jude, it is hump day. Did you knock it down?
Sure. Hump day, fun day. Yeah.
Nigga still standing. That's all I can say. They got it.
Really know. D out.
San and D.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let me know something. Shouts out to the Alchemist. Trying to get it together over here, dog. Y'all know how the fluff times be. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Look for some shit too, but anybody got some good news, you heard me? Because Uncle Sam playing games with my income tax, so I want to hear some good news. I got a funny so.
Well, you ain't got it yet?
Yeah, sure.
I got hit with a fucking identity theft, man. So I can't even file right now, bro. Crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, identity theft. God damn, Kurt.
Like for real identity theft, man. Like it's real, though.
It's real, man. They stealing identity. This motherfucker steal anything that ain't nailed down.
Yeah. You know how that go.
They be jacking. Hey, man, watch y'all identity, bro. Don't let it happen to you.
Yes, sir.
We get it popping, bro. I was trying to debate. I think we gonna roll with the sweet dickin'. I believe this from '87. You feel me? So,
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Way back. But when you hear the shit, you gonna feel like, all right, you know,
It ain't gonna feel like that long ago.
right.
Oh, shit, huh?
Hey, dog. Now, why in particular you gonna remember the shit? I can't say.
Fucking
What you
take.
say?
She said it'll take the air out your lungs.
For real.
Real motherfucker.
You don't
Take
need that.
Yeah, they would.
You
See.
did.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little S dot, and it's from 87. I think this is a good one. I don't really feel they have no weak ones in the bunch. You know, sometimes it's three good ones and one of them be so it make it a little easy.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're going to have to make some choices on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep it locked. Top four, 87 slow jams.
That was a good
Let's
year. 7, you hear me?
go.
Summer love is beautiful, but it's not enough to satisfy emotions that are shared between us. I want the love is cozy, but I need so much. Hang the sign up on the door. I say, don't disturb this groove. Just the way today that I'm so into you. Look for the light, you're lost in the night. I write your name on my door. If you ever need warmth or comfort, darling, I'll be here to hold.
Back Bronx Podcast, top four. Like I told y'all, man. I see Kurt feeling it over there. You dig?
Yeah.
I
It's
was
all
always a lover
good.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I ain't mad at you, dog. You know, I used to do it to 11. I don't know if I would know. No, you dig? But shit, give me what you got. We gonna start with you up there, Kurt, since you're feeling so good. And you was first in the building.
For sure. I'm gonna go with the deal for number one, man.
Okay, on two occasions.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
That's two occasions, huh?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And then I'm gonna go with the Force MDs for number two, bro. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's just a little special for me on that one. And then I'm gonna drop back to Roger, Zap. I just always loved that you know what I'm saying, that synthesized sound, and then the song that he was singing was, you know what I'm saying, he was pouring his heart out, but he was doing it in a little, little cool different way that kind of resonated with me. But then I'm gonna go with the system at number four.
Okay. Interesting. You feel me? Come on with it, Juve. You're smiling too big over there, babe. Like you're fucking
Yeah.
up a bitch. You hear
Yeah.
me?
All
Hey,
right.
Yeah, come.
Look. Look, I'm gonna start off with yeah, the deal gonna be number one for me too. On two occasions, you dig, only on two occasions, that's the joint. We're gonna go with uh let's do Zap at one matter of fact, Zap at number three, the system at number two,
Mm,
and then we're gonna do Foursome D at number four.
okay.
Yeah, switch it up a
Okay.
little bit.
see,
On the left.
this ain't really my bag. Like, I'm familiar with these songs or whatever, but I don't even know the group names who sang them. So all I really got for y'all is alphabets. Like, I made sure to remember the letters of the songs when they were displayed. So
All
y'all
right.
follow me. I'm going BACD.
Yep. I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
The only one of those songs that I like that didn't really bring me back was D. Like, I'm not familiar,
Yeah.
but the other
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
that there was toss ups, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Okay, so I think we unanimous that the Force MD's Love as a House is number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm with y'all on that.
No, Kurt had it at number what?
At
The
2.
He had
Alchemist
it
got
at number 2.
Yeah, I had it on number 2.
Yeah. That boy, you dig this
But
song,
yeah,
huh,
but there's some
boy?
nostalgic shit there, right? It's
yeah,
it
that,
says
that that
love.
got some sentimental. Look how he's smiling. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
something to
shit,
that
Force
boy.
Man, that was
MD.
the world. That was the only world I could get into, man. They kept me on lock on this rap, man. I tried to get into it, but it was like, man, you can't have none of that.
Shit.
But anyway, man. So
All right. Well, shit. I'm rocking with it at number 4 with Juve and
Yeah.
Cuz. Then you feel
Yeah.
me? Let's see. Number 3, The System. Don't Disturb This Groove.
yeah, man.
Sweet as a motherfucker. Love the song. Dog, who? I'm about to ask who sang it, The System, but it felt like
Yeah.
George Michael sang that bitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's who it's got that kind of vibe to me.
Yeah, that whole DeBarge, Michael kind of feel.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Then we go on 2 occasions at number 2. You feel me? I
Okay.
don't know if that's a pun or not, but yeah. We're going to do 2 occasions at number 2. And number 1, like you say, the goddamn voice box, you feel me? And what he saying on that bitch, you feel me? Girl, look
Yeah.
here. Fuck all that playing, you heard me?
Yeah. Hey, lady. Yeah.
Baby.
I want to be him. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
recognize, you feel me?
I can't live without you.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when it wasn't too cool,
Right.
to speak on it, you dig?
Shit.
That's when niggas had G, nigga. Them boys was
Boy.
saying some shit.
That's when niggas went to dances and they had the lights on. You catching people in the
Yeah,
corner,
bro.
chilling, hugged up.
Right.
Like, yeah, like we ain't
I-
scared. We trying to dance with you.
Man, I remember them dances after the
Man,
football games, bro. We used to go, man, dog. They put on
Yes,
the
sir.
old songs, bro.
Still in the corner getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, like,
Liable to get put out, boy. They might think you doing something else.
oh, you trying to do it?
No.
You're trying.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
And you dig?
Yeah.
With your
Wow,
Reebok
like,
jumpsuit on and shit.
boy, no. Good was
Then
nice.
break her pants and shit.
A better time.
Bro, you came with the
Yeah.
windbreakers on.
You
that
feel
was
everything.
intentional. Yeah, see, that's intentional.
You feel everything. Yeah.
Easily excitable, nigga. I can't no fucking windbreakers.
Look.
On youngin' all day.
You heard? Boy, youngin.
Boy, y'all said, bro,
Shit.
if you wore the wind pants, nigga,
Oh, yeah.
you was on the mission. Boy, y'all
Yeah.
niggas something
I
else.
know we was in that era with the wind pants and the fucking Nike,
Yeah.
the nylon Nike shorts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You did?
That was it.
Fresh
nigga.
Reeboks and shit.
Couldn't tell a nigga nothing.
Nah, slinging that bit, no did it, yeah.
You heard me?
Yeah. Was it ladies?
He was
I know
slinging
that.
it.
Shit.
Hey, man. Let me see something. All right, bro. Let me start this soldier boy up, and I can handle that on the side. Appreciate all y'all here, man. Cuzzo Rent, Rejuvenated Juvie, aka Nino Kurt Dog, myself, Benjamin. That's Hatch. Will be on in a minute. Let's get it, y'all.
Let's get it, shawty.
Yeah.
She wanted some money. Obviously, she didn't want Puffy to go to jail. Why all y'all wishing jail on Puffy? Not one time did that girl call the police on P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Brother Love. Not one time. I know a lot of relationships. All they do is fight and fuck. Fucking fight. Sometimes, man, I know, man, nigga been in a relationship so long, man, nigga start a good fight so he can do some good fucking. And after nigga get tired of good fucking, what a nigga go back to doing? Some good fighting. So that's a lot of toxic relationship. They rap about it in the song. She is Sexy Red, Glow Riddle, them talk about them toxic relationship where, you beat him, he beat you, all that kind of shit. So all I'm saying is, Nigga, you ain't never had $1 billion. Ain't no telling how I might treat my bitch if I get $1 billion. Nigga, please, fuck are you talking about? Nigga, you broke and be wanting to kick your bitch in the ass. So imagine $1 billion nigga. Man, nigga do what the fuck he want to do with $1 billion. Hell is y'all talking about, man? Fuck it, man, please. And then, shit, they were getting high together. Nigga, that was dope fiend. That's the dope fiend relationship. Man, they blowing cocaine, smoking weed, Ciroc drinking, pissing on one another. So don't act like she wasn't down with the freaking. She was down with the freaking too. Nigga, she was, man, that hoe was taking dicks. Man, he wasn't making her do that. Nigga, that shit was fun for her too. It just wasn't fun when the coin flipped. It's always two sides of the coin now. She wasn't complaining about the fun part. So no, bitch, the rain falls on the just too. Just like the sun shines on the unjust. And I'm just saying, $1 billion, Puffy, I wouldn't apologize to now some bitch with $1 billion. I wouldn't give a damn. Nigga, I know niggas will whoop a hoe, jump on her daddy, beat up her brother, kill her uncle, and nigga slap her mama if her mama with the shit too. I know some niggas like that. And we all got a partner too that whoop his hoe, and his woman, and his girl. Nigga, fuck are you talking about? Stop acting like y'all don't know no nigga that whoop hoes. I know several niggas that whoop bitches. And don't say nothing to them about it.
All right, we like Ron's podcast. Benjamin S. Kurt, Dog, Jude, Cuzzo, had you back. Fellas, first off, Hatch, Kurt, Jude, y'all didn't catch y'all Wendy, so need to get y'all a little spell on the whole situation in general. Compound that with the fact that, since everything that came out, getting a lot of different opinions on shit. Some, I'm not going to say justifying or defending. Y'all could determine what y'all feel Charleston White was doing with that statement, but we done heard various statements all across the board about it. Just retouching it again before we press on. Holla at me, Juve.
Man, look, straight up, I'm gonna be like this. I mean, that's that double masculine shit. If I gotta fight you as my girl, like, you gotta find somebody else. So that's toxic. I'm not about to fight you to fuck you. I mean, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that. I agree that it's toxic. You dig? They don't give an excuse for somebody to just beat on each other. I mean, what type of shit that is? It don't make sense to me. But I mean, you got fear involved. You got all kind of shit involved when it comes to why she didn't leave, why she may not have said something. We don't know the ins and outs. I don't live at the motherfucker's house or know what they do with their life.
Right.
You dig? So it's not that one too easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that girl may have been scared. I mean, she might have enjoyed some shit too. Yeah, it start off that way, but I mean, shit, that don't give you no right to, to do, move how you moving and not face consequences. That's me.
Hey,
All right. Well, I'm not really even sure what I'm supposed to be talking about because it's like, are we talking about the video? Or are we talking about Charleston White's comments?
we talking about all of it. You feel me? Wednesday, we talked about the initial apology, and you know what I'm saying? Now we talking about everything that then went on. And, Charleston White just one viewpoint of the many that we've been hearing since the shit done dropped.
Well, I say in regards to the footage that we saw, it didn't change nothing for me. I mean, it's not like I seen him, drop the people's elbow on the bitch in a he kicked her, slapped her around. That's shit I expected to see anyway. One can say, well, on paper it's one thing, but when you physically actually see it happen, it gives a little bit more, credo to the cause. But it didn't do shit for me. As far as his apology, I'm like, boy, why you talking? Like, no, man, nobody want to hear that shit.
Real.
Nobody want to hear it because nobody don't believe you. But had you came out and did an apology when the shit came out, or when, accusation or something like that, you had counseling or what, you won't wait till there's visual evidence that puts you, dead wrong. Then you come out like you discussed it. What you discussed it about? You discussed it, nigga soft. You discussed it, nah, it's official. What you discussed it about? You know what I'm saying? So if I was him, I wouldn't say a fucking thing. As far as Charleston White, what he was saying, I don't think he's in defense of Diddy at all because I didn't hear him tell not one lie. We all know niggas, you know what I'm saying, that bat on bitches. We know bitches that bat on niggas. We know motherfuckers can't have a good, you know what I'm saying, fuck unless they, you know what I'm saying, then draw blood and you know what I'm saying. That's the way it is. I know a broad like that. I used to have a toxic relationship with a girl uh, who, you know what I'm saying, she couldn't get off unless she had a knot on the side of her fucking head. You feel me? So uh, I do agree with what he's saying. Diddy ain't the first nigga to beat on a bitch and all this other shit. I'm just saying like with all of these accusations and all you know what I'm saying, these you know court proceedings and civil lawsuits, why is he the only one mentioned? Because there's no way to pull off what he's pulled off for 30 something years, you know what I'm saying, and not have any type of assistance, not have any type of accessories to the fact, before the fact, during the fact,
Right.
after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So
Real shit.
yeah, I'm just saying this
It's bigger than
to
Nino
me.
Brown.
You feel
Yeah, I
me?
mean, it's not just bigger than Nino Brown. It's just a way of the industry. Look around. It's the way of the industry. You know. So
Nah, real shit. Kurt, what you say?
Man, that's a lot to unpack, bro. That's a lot to unpack. I mean, the video again, no surprise. It's just disheartening to see it actually unfold. You know what I'm saying? You knew there was something going on just off the fact that you would hear stuff about Diddy, especially if you kind of had a little. Well, we kind of had a little bit of a background in the music industry, so you would always hear little things and whispers, and then that lifestyle, and I mean, it was gangster rap. I mean, people want to. I mean, they want to live the lifestyle, that they see or are a part of. I just didn't. I don't agree with putting your hands on a woman. Just cause, right? It's just not. I don't. I don't agree with it.
okay, so
Uh,
Kurt, so let
yeah.
me ask you a question real quick. So you think so the abuse on your part is is worse because it's a woman?
No. It has no bearing. Abuse doesn't. Abuse is abuse, man. It is. I don't say that because it's a woman, it's worse. However, I do say that a man and a woman interacting in a physical way where you taking advantage of someone, even if it was a smaller guy. I mean, and you knew the person just wasn't. They not into that kind of lifestyle, and you taking advantage of them because you want to
Right.
control, manipulate them. Then I think it's the same thing, right? Abuse is abuse. Um, so I don't agree with. Again, I don't agree with the abuse or whatnot. Some people into it. Now, if she wanted it, it's totally different, But I don't think that's what the case was. Um, as far as the apology goes, I agree. He should have just stayed in his hole somewhere, right? Let the shit be what it's gonna be. Do what he had to do to let the time go by, and work through that. Um, Doing the apology publicly, it's not for nobody else, right? Like if you really going through therapy, if you trying to change your life, then you trying to change your life, and that's an internal thing. That's a personal thing.
Right.
I understand he's a public figure, right? So he may be compelled to do that because that's his lifestyle and that's where he's lived his life, majority of his adult life. So I mean, there's some psychology in that I think came into play, and he wanted to plead his case, maybe save some of his market value or whatever,
Right.
whatever. But
Ain't nobody want to hear that shit.
what you talking
he
about, man?
he and he was apologizing to his money.
Yeah, I mean, he trying to apologize
They
to
try to keep
his
the
whatever
money.
his
His
audience
fans.
is. Like,
I
I
thought,
mean, I
Right.
don't even
well,
know if it
dog,
was, huh?
I thought the nigga didn't even apologize. It was more just like a statement. You know what I
Yeah, he
He
mean?
said he
did.
was disgusted,
He was
and he
disgusted with
and he
himself.
take full responsibility. He
Yeah.
felt disgusted then, and he feel disgusted now.
He said he
And
took
that
therapy
he
Oh yeah, I heard all
he
that. I
was at
just
the
ain't
lowest
heard.
point in his life.
I'm
I think
sorry
that's
or
a
I
personal thing,
apologize.
man. You
So
work
the
through
I
that.
like.
So
that
yeah, go ahead, Kyle.
he couldn't mention her name
Yeah.
True.
specifically because remember that was a big thing. What I was saying Wednesday, I was like, "Who are you apologizing to, and what are you apologizing for?" You never mentioned really either which I guess you probably don't want to go too into detail. I'm
It
sorry for
don't fucking matter.
this and that. But
Right.
I feel he had to, like, to me, what he did was very predictable because you had to do that. Like, you so public, you can't be quiet because it goes against your whole persona, brand, this and that. And that ego, that won't let you be quiet.
I agree with that. He ain't gonna let that
Right.
ego ain't gonna let him be
Dog,
quiet.
think about what
You
happened.
be quiet. You say, man, that's some AI shit. You say, I don't know what the fuck going on with that. You
He say,
shut your
yeah,
goddamn mouth. But when you come with this sucker ass shit, you disgusted and all that. Man,
yeah.
nobody don't hear that shit.
I agree,
You
bro.
weren't disgusting
But
when you was doing it.
Right.
Right, bitch
you
ass.
heard
You know what I'm
already.
saying?
He
Take
was a
that. Take
And
that.
I think it just makes it ingenuine, bro. Like if you really trying to change, bro, like you gotta start
You
taking
gotta,
time away and step away from everything.
no,
yeah.
the
You really
nigga
You gotta
lying.
be the change.
No, let's be
Shit.
real, dog. The nigga lying. He's
that's
a
the point I'm trying to make. Like
Yeah.
the public aspect of this makes it so ingenuine, like it's real fake, bro. Like he really trying to save his market value. He's living the life of somebody who's
All right,
in the public.
I'm gonna ask you, do you
he's
think it's
not,
working? Do you think it's working?
no, fuck
No,
no.
it made it worse. I think it made it worse.
He,
The verdict's still out for me. I don't know. I want to see
because
Look,
the
it,
end result.
he,
What
he
happens?
have to
I'm,
be reactive.
But yeah,
And that's
I'm
what
a,
he being reactive. Like if he was being
Exactly.
proactive, he could have gave this apology when he gave first of all, from the more information I got on the story, they say he settled with her for 30 mil. They say she initially asked for 10 mil. He could have gave her the 10 up front, saved 20 mil. You know what I'm saying? If you really went to rehab and all the shit you lied and said you did.
Right.
You was lying and said you was innocent of what you accused of even after you paid her. It's just the facts that a lot of people didn't take the time to read the shit. Like the whole incident that's on the film is in her complaint. You see what I'm saying? Like she had
really,
to
it
give the
really, it
account of what happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the accounts. So he settled because he thinking, okay, I done paid for this tape, but I don't want these
Yeah.
words to come out. You
It's
feel
taken
me?
care of.
I don't even want people to see the shit you accusing me of.
Right.
But
bro.
the shit he was accused
It's
of
not
still
even.
come out. The
It's not
freak
even about,
out. We see the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga,
bro. It's not even about what she's accusing him of. That's not why he paid her the money. He paid her the money because, bro, she had 100% access to all his shit for the last so many years. You don't understand how many skeletons this motherfucker done collected on Diddy.
For
So
real.
you asked for 20, you asked for 10, bitch, here go 20. I mean,
Yeah.
here
I'm gonna
go
make
30.
sure.
You're straight? Is that good? Yeah, don't say nothing else and just go
Yeah.
about your business. This shit gonna blow over in a year and then it's gonna be over with.
but dog, so do y'all think? Because I feel like this, like damn near like a orchestrated public takedown. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
not a coincidence that this tape,
we've been seeing this movie before.
you know what
You
I'm
feel
saying,
me?
be
Bruh, it don't
be
take this
statute
long.
of
In
limitations.
orchestrated public takedowns, it don't take this long.
No,
It's
Nah.
but they want they do. I think they proving a point to this nigga. Like he done pissed the wrong motherfucker off, and we about to fuck over you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
think
It's like trading spaces, trading places, man. With
it's
with what that boy name is, man, Eddie Murphy.
the
When
video that they got
listen,
they can't.
listen. They tried to make R. Kelly the poster boy for that shit in the industry. So locking up R. Kelly, then it all goes away. But then this one doing it too. Oh, this one doing it too. Oh, this one doing it too. If you look at the history of these young women who were abused, going back to Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's involved, Dame Dash is involved, R.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly's involved, P. Diddy's involved. You know what I'm saying? We got Clive Davis involved. It's a lot. Like I say,
It should
they
be
ain't trying to they
like
ain't trying to take him down.
so he the
It,
fall guy right now.
he is absolutely the fall guy right now.
Mm.
He
Yep.
falling,
Because it
dude.
went from
Hey,
Will Smith to this nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
I
I
mean,
want
Will Smith, but all over the fucking place.
those
Next thing you know, here come Diddy.
Listen,
not right. Yeah.
Will Smith. What's the goddamn uh
Cuba
Tyler
Gooding
Perry.
Jr.,
Oh, okay,
Gooding
yep.
Jr., you know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry.
TD Jakes.
Come on. It's more and more and more.
The Winslow dude from Family Matters was involved.
Yeah. See, Diddy was tearing that boy up.
Well, he doing shit with the with the Transformers, so that ain't really surprising.
Yeah. I mean, TT each his own.
No,
You know what I mean? Whatever you do.
not. You talking about the daddy, or you talking
Yeah,
about Eddie Winslow?
All them Winslow's nasty.
No, you talking. No, Kurt talking about Carl. You
Yeah,
feel
Carl
me?
Yeah,
Winslow.
always the daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy,
not
Him,
dad,
daddy,
him,
not
yeah.
him and
Eddie.
the
I'm talking
daddy.
about son, nigga
All
Urkel,
right, we
all
know who you
that
talking
whole
about.
gang.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
you,
I know.
you,
I know.
you talking about? Nah,
Yeah,
pops.
yeah.
Goddamn,
All of them were fruity booty.
Man.
damn.
Uh-oh.
Ain't talking here.
goddamn heroes, bro.
Look,
Bro,
Philip Banks, fruity booty.
Uncle Phil.
Man. Uncle
look, but the
Phil.
stories is real though, dog. Like that stuff is rampant in the industry, man. When we was trying to come up out of New Orleans, man, before Katrina came out, man, we had a homeboy who was in the R&B group. And you know what I'm saying? The dude was a pretty boy. He was the dude that women loved, men looked up to, like, and they really ran at this dude. Like, we gonna get you a group of deal if you do this. Bro,
Yeah.
it's like that, man.
They
Them
was
cats out there
destroyed.
bad, bro.
But you can't say I wouldn't call that abuse. I
Look,
call
when
that
it
good
ain't you,
old American fucking business.
when it
Quid
ain't
pro
you,
quo.
that's your dog. You hoping he take
They
one
won't
for the
get to
team, right?
look, right? Because once they get you work, they're not gonna just let you.
But
It's no
that's
different.
that's not abuse.
They
You,
coming
My
for me
nigga.
out there.
if the devil put a ultimatum in your lap,
Mhm.
you have the choice to
I gotta
say,
be the devil, bro.
I'm fucking with that, or nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Well, I was just making reference to the fact that the people
It's out
To
there.
really go down.
That's not
They
what
out there.
I get what you're saying, but
They
I'm
lurking.
going back to what Charleston White was saying.
Oh yeah.
Everybody claiming abuse, but bitch, you was there when them coked out
Yeah.
nights, having your look, you know what I'm saying, turned up. You were doing your fucking
Biggin.
thing. You
But
was
this
participating.
on the
But
legal
here's the thing, man. Even people
abuse
who
because
deal
of
in
the
that shit
power
get safe
dynamic.
with
First of all,
pineapple. You know what I'm saying? They like pineapples. Like Diddy was saying, you can't have no safe words.
Listen,
Damn.
ain't no safe word, nigga. These niggas
Take
crazy.
that. Take
Like
that.
the first
you
Two,
can't
2 minutes,
the,
fella.
participate.
the
You can't
industry trying
participate
to
and then become whistleblower.
the
That
industry the
it
industry
don't work like that.
the people
They
at
done
the
did
top
that.
all did what they trying to get you to do. So it's really no way around it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I disagree with the you can't participate and be a whistleblower because that's the only way to be a whistleblower. If you don't know what
But
happened, how can you blow a whistle?
well,
Right.
that's what they call a rat. That's what they
Call
call a
me what
rat.
you want. Rat,
We was over there smoking coke,
dog. Once you get
but I wanted to
and
stop,
stump me and
and them
shit,
niggas didn't
Man,
want
I'm
us.
I'm
about to
Didn't
tell
want
you.
us
saying
to stop.
But them niggas
Once,
ain't really want to give me
look,
none. I felt
once you fuck over me so many times, though, dog, shit, how much loyalty I got? You dig? At
right.
I'm
some point,
saying,
bitch, I'm about to start
but
thinking for myself.
how did you get in the buck naked party?
Hey, but keep in mind, hey, and we gotta go because we gotta get to the next one, dog. But
Fact.
I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, too, to speak to what you said earlier, y'all somewhat preyed on these people too. These people kind of underage, easily influenced, manipulated by all the glitzy glam before they really realize your foot all the way in their ass. Shit.
Yeah.
And now they away from everybody, don't really know what to do, don't get
Yup.
caught up. You
Man,
feel me?
see,
You're stuck in a
Yup.
cycle, baby. Take
Indoctrination,
care of your
brother.
kids. Take care of your kids.
y'all can play with that victimization
Take care of
shit
your
only
kids.
so far.
Oh
No, I
yeah.
agree with that.
At
Everybody
some
has some
point,
responsibility for
you
their
are
own
a
actions,
consenting adult at
but,
some point.
Right.
But
I
shit,
mean,
even still, bitch, I only consented to this. The coked
right.
up nights in the parties in the whoop de whoop.
Not
All that
that.
drag me.
certain
Yeah, not to drag me down the
Arkansas,
hall and you see
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Hey, I'm with you on that one. I'm
Now
with you
you
on
done
that.
fucked over
right.
me.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, you
Two
Good shit,
fingers, not
fellas.
three.
the victim.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, now you're doing too much. You see what I'm
Going too
saying? Come
far.
on, baby.
Oh
Finesse me,
shit.
finesse me,
Well, let's spit
finesse
on
me.
that thing.
Good shit, fellas. We about to run, man. Second round. I won't get into this one. It might be a little long, but it's good. Let's do it. For this one here, we kind of been. Oh, God, what's happening with you, baby? Let me get you. Wow. All right.
Am I in the garage or something?
Yeah, he went to moving around or something. All right. We kind of been missing each other with the panel, trying to kind of, I guess, get this one together. ultimately, I'm thinking what it comes down to, in my opinion, somewhat is transatlantic versus indigenous to the Americas. But ultimately, it was stemmed by a clip that we played a couple episodes back that was kind of using the Black's Law Dictionary to define certain things. Run the clip back just to jog your memory, then we could kind of get into it, because ultimately it kind of lead into different classifications, what fall under those classifications, and who are those people under those classifications. Also, Kurt, I know you have some ancestry.com, I feel like, experience as far as tracking your heritage. Definitely want to know about that, because I don't fully understand it. And to a certain degree, I feel scrutinized somewhat. So, give me what you got on it, your personal experience with it, and we could chop up all that kind of bowl up stuff in this round right here. Refresher clip for those. The boy's strapping up. Refresh clip just in case you forgot. I'll run the clip. We'll come back. We can get into it. Rounds podcast. Let's go.
How deadly and dangerous and ignorant it is to still hold on to black. Keep in mind, these ain't my words. This from a law dictionary that's in every courthouse. Colorable. That which has or gives color. That which is in appearance only and not in reality. What it purports to be. Counterfeit. Fiend. Having the appearance of truth. Nobody's skin on the planet is the color of this speaker. You saying that you black, and in reality, you're brown complexion, you're copper complexion, you're olive complexion. Nah, you want to go crazier than that? Look at colored. By common usage in America, this term, see, it's a term. It's not even an identity. In such phrases as colored persons, people of color, the colored race, colored man, colored women, Indian, and the like, is used to designate Negroes. How do you say black in Spanish? You say negro. So-called Negros are labeled as colored. Indians are labeled as colored. This should trigger something inside you right now. It has also been held that there is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know.
All right, fellas. There you go, boy. We back. Like I said, long clip, but all of that ultimately brought us to different classifications that fell under colored black, and we know that that term has kind of progressed, and the title has changed. And I would say the people who fall under it, but nevertheless, that's what it kind of come down to. Kurt, I guess start with you as far as tracking your roots through the DNA route. Where did it lead you? What all that entails, and then we'll kind of move from there.
Well, before we do that, let's correlate how this whole black thing goes with what he was about to say.
What you got? What you got?
We started off with the definition of colorism and all of that. Like, tie it together.
Got it.
All right.
For sure. So even from young, bro, I never agreed with being called black, right? And then later on, I understood that this was an American term, right? In my time of dealing with people from other countries and nationalities, they don't identify through colorism or being labeled via a color. And then to understand how this all came to be was a part of a system that needed to create a divide, to create an understanding of what the difference is, so that they could begin to create a system that allowed them to do what they wanted to do based off of these terms that they put into place. So I never agreed with the term black, right? I even struggled with African American, to be honest with you, but that's a whole nother thing, right? Because I feel like when you do those terms, that's just somebody who's migrated from another country, who originally lived there, born there, comes to America, and then decides to give up their nationality or whatever, and then now they're considered a African American, Irish American, and whatever. Right. So I never agreed with the colorism term. I don't, and the only way that we gonna fix that, if you really want to fix it, is something we have a discussion about is what system needs to be broken, replaced, or torn down, right? Now to segue into the other thing, because I never agreed with being called black, I wanted to understand, well, what is it that I am? Where is the ancestry from? What origins do exist within who makes Curtis up, right? So I struggled with if I was going to do this DNA thing, because I was like, man, I don't want to just give up all my, I don't know what they're going to do.
Let me ask you something real quick, Kurt. Before you did it, did you have, I guess, a preconceived idea of where you already figured you came from or where your roots were going to lead to?
Not directly, but I mean, I kind of figured, being considered an African American, I was like, okay, well, clearly there must be some origins in Africa. So I kind of want to know what part of Africa, right?
And that train of thought will be based off what in particular, and then I'll let you press on.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. Can you clarify, rephrase the question?
Mean, like,
what made you think of, why would you want to consider yourself that? What brought that on?
Yeah, like what made you think that your roots led there to start? Is it, you know what I'm saying, based off schooling?
Okay, I see what you're saying. So basically you're saying, so color of my skin, right? Melanin, right? We think the origins of our people are from Africa.
Who said? But I'm saying, where did that thought come from?
That thought came from being a part of the American system, not having any understanding of the truth.
Look, we good. Yeah. That was enough right there. Hey, got it. Go ahead. American system. Quote that. Remember. Go ahead.
With that being said, man, I said I had already given up my DNA to Uncle Sam. I said I still have an agenda. I want to know a little bit more about where my origins is. So I decided to do a little research on 23andMe. They go more in the actual genetic level instead of ancestry, which tries to kind of like link you to, I guess, an attempt to link you to a past. Which, being here in America, we don't know if we came over on a boat or if we was part of some indigenous tribe that might already been here, that I later understood could be a possibility. So with that being said, I got my DNA results, and about 65% of who I am is considered African. And then I have some European, I think the total is, and it breaks it down, right, by region and all of this other stuff. European, 30%, which was a little disheartening to me because I was like, that's a lot. And then, I have some quote unquote indigenous DNA also, which is less than 3%. So, which debunked some of the stories that I was told about my family on my dad's side. So, that's why
hold up. So I just want to get this correct. So family on your dad's side gave you some oral history, and you said you debunked it with a kit from 23andMe. Is that correct?
Well,
it's a yes or no.
Yes, I'll say that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I feel like you're on trial.
I know, right?
Yeah, because
I just want to get it. I just want to be concise. I want to be clear. Right. When I hit
understand where the train of thought comes from too. You feel me? Because some of it gonna be, I guess the curiosity and the want to know, but ultimately it's stemmed from somewhere, and you've been told something, like you got some sort of base. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out what is the base, and then I could kind of see what made you go, at least where you was coming from. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So we're not. You're not saying that you sent off DNA to any DNA company. You're saying 23andMe specifically.
Yes, it was 23.
That was the kitchen. Good. Okay. I just want
the one that I submitted my sample to.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, and you say 60% African, 30 European, and like 10% other, 3% indigenous, and like whatever I guess
of the African,
of the 10%.
What African
origin
peoples did they say you was from?
All right, so 65% is broken down into 53% West African,
Uh-huh.
and then that's broken down further into Nigerian,
Oh yeah.
Ghanaian, Liberian. I mean, broadly, and then Congolese, Southern and East African. Like they really break it down to some of these regions. Now, the Nigerian one, since it holds 25%, they also kind of like, I guess, in a sense, said it's to the Igbo tribe
Igbo.
specifically based on.
Igbo. So they're saying you Igbo.
Okay, good. I'm glad you corrected me on it. So Igbo. But yeah, so that's how they broke it down, man. Uh, in that 65%, they went West African was the most, and within West Africa, they broke down these other different tribes and regions. And then there's some areas, I guess, that because some people were maybe nomadic or whatever over time, they kind of give you these little small percentages here and there that total up to the whole 65. And then that European thing, man, it's like, ugh.
And
They
that,
used to be black though.
hold on, hold up. So like, the percentages is of what blood quantum level? Or what are we talking about?
So they
What is
do
the
it by chromosome, man. They do it by chromosomes, and they do a sample. I don't know what's and it's crazy. So I don't know the full details. I ain't no a biologist at that level. But here's the crazy part about it, right? If someone else who is in your family does this 23andMe, and based on how close they are, they will ping you and tell you you have a new relative, and they will tell you how far apart you are. So, and no BS, right? I have a cousin who I knew of that I didn't grow up with, right? A
Uh-oh.
family member, and he did it. And he pinged up as a first cousin, as in he was literally the son or child of one of my parents' siblings. Bro.
Was that accurate?
Oh, yeah. It was dead accurate. Like the dude, I know the dude and I know of the dude. I didn't grow up hanging with the dude, but I know the dude and I know
Right.
he's a cousin and I know who his dad is, right?
Say,
And
bro, Kim,
I ain't take no notes or nothing, but I'm gonna have some questions too. But I'm
And,
gonna let you share
and
it
look,
first.
but hey, because I know you won't eat, so let me highlight these two real quick. I just want to know Juve rent. Like, what do y'all kind of I guess what's your thoughts on the indigenous to the Americas coming on the slave ship as opposed to coming on the slave ship? And I guess you buying the DNA stuff because you can
I
go
mean,
ahead.
That's
for
like
me,
loaded. You asked me a bunch of the
yeah, I know. But
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if
yeah.
if if
It's gonna
if
be
you're talking about, I mean,
safe to say it. Put a loaded.
I never understood. Like when I thought about it more, I was always confused. Like you said, we got so many terms, and you look at different nationalities, they don't have that many terms. We got black, colored, we got African American, African. We got, but it's like
Negro,
yeah,
Negro,
Negro. We got so many
Indian,
terms,
Indian,
and
Indian,
yeah, and
Indian.
I'm like, it's confusing. Like it's not. So I was always off point when it came to that, and I was always interested in learning more, and never knew where to look at. But I see that social media, the higher up, man, they're gonna point you where they want you to go. So I mean, if they shit, there's no way. I thought there was no way we could trace back whatever where we came from, because I mean, if there is, I'm ignorant to it, so I definitely have. I'm all ears, but I never felt encouraged to really. I didn't know where to start, and it's discouraging when you think about how we were, how the whole thing began, or how we where we at and where we are as people today. It's discouraging. So I didn't know where to start, and I didn't know what to believe. So on this segment, I mean, everybody in the comments, man, open ears. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one. I'm all ears, bro, and I'm about to take some notes. I know Hash gonna go in, but that's where I stand on it. I want to learn more. So
What you say, Cuzzo? God,
um.
you had that bit?
So I resonated with Kurt
when he was saying, you can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Mike check.
Yeah, we gave
All
you.
right, look. I was with Kurt when he was saying how he ain't never really felt the black term, ain't never really felt the African American term. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a bunch of labels they throwing on us or whatever. So I felt that. But also as far as the DNA test and shit like that, honestly, I was shit like I don't like who is 23? 23 who? 23 white motherfuckers? I don't know what I'm saying. So I mean, I would be interested to see what it say, but I don't fuck that.
And Kurt, I did keep in mind that you said you already had your shit. So, fuck it. But hey, I know you got some strong thoughts on the DNA shit in particular, and shed some light on what you know about those terms and how they relate to us uh black folks.
Okay. Let's start with the 23andMe first. All right. 23andMe has been sued numerous times, right, for false allegations. It has come out and said that it's for entertainment purposes only. 23andMe has tried to uh, get approval from the FDA many times and has been banned because they have not provided any information on how that their claims are possible based on what we know about genetics and DNA. Genetics and DNA, as far as we know it, can only tell you about your father's line. That's what it's looking for. Your father's line. It can tell you your father's father's father, maybe. But in order for that to happen, you have to have samples of yourself and your father's father's fathers. Meaning, how can they have DNA samples of people that you are related to from your past if they haven't dug those people up and took samples of that? They're going to take and they're going to uh, take samples from you and people that are living in certain regions right now at the same time as you, just from a different region, and they're going to connect that together. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. First of all, Nigeria ain't even but 50, 60 years old. So how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? When, you know your grandparents here been here, you know your great grandparents been here. So how the fuck did anybody from Nigeria and that shit just got there? Liberia just got there in a goddamn 1900s. And that those are American people. Those people were taken from the United States, from
Yeah, but
Florida, from Georgia, from Kentucky,
yeah,
from those places.
right. But you talking nationality. You're not talking
No, I'm not
genetics.
talking nationality because nationality is a social and a political term. What nation you go, that has nothing to do with genetics. Nationality is what you claim. Okay,
Right.
like let's get that together. I'm talking about when they saying your genetics, your genealogy, who are
Right.
you related to? They
Right.
can't tell you who the fuck you related to unless they dug them up. They can't
Well,
say you related to a nigga in San Francisco. Y'all living at the same time. What are they gonna go by?
okay. So I hear what you're saying. I mean, I get the
No,
skeptic.
I'm just trying to put it out there. The facts, as it relates to DNA testing, 23andMe. There was a guy who sent his goat saliva in, and that motherfucker came back. You know what I'm saying? He was Irish and goddamn from Denmark and all kind of. He was
Yeah.
related to Joan of Arc and all kind of fucking shit.
Mm.
The
And
goat.
you're
You see what I'm saying?
reincarnated.
You hear me?
Right. So we gonna totally dismiss the DNA sampling, the DNA collection of people's data. You know what I'm saying? They're doing that for a different reason. And if you sent it to them, then hey, you know what I'm saying, you part of their collection now. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't got shit to do with genealogy. Genealogy is records. Now, let's go to the records. Now we mentioned the word black, we mentioned Negro, we mentioned all of
Color.
the colored, mulatto, you know what I'm saying, octoroon, quadroon, all of these different terms that was placed
Prof.
categorized
Yeah.
with us, right? That we can trace our family back through records, through birth certificates or records of birth, through uh, family medical records, through uh, you know, all of the records that was left here, right? We can trace our family back, and we can see through the generations their classifications have changed. Somebody changed their classification. They didn't. They didn't ask to be Negro. They didn't say they were Negro. They didn't say they were any of this. This was classification by whatever government or whoever was in charge. Uh, that makes a big difference, because as recently as 1924, Walter Plecker, right, who was uh, in Virginia, I think he was the leader of Vital Records in Virginia. He took it upon himself, uh, when it comes to census records, to make sure, and you can look this up if you want. It's called the 1921 to 24 Racial Integrity Act. You need to look that up, right? And it says that any dark-skinned, woolly-haired Negro or Indian, because those words are synonymous, they were both cuss words, just like nigga. It just depend on what century you was in, will no longer be considered by his name or by his uh, tribal affiliation. They will lump them all together and will be considered black or colored. This is facts. All through, okay, all the
Ding,
names we
ding,
said,
ding.
not one time did they call you African. Not one time did they say you was from West Africa, Nigeria, Congo, Senegal, or wherever the fuck they talking about. That shit didn't come up until Roots, which was a plagiarized story by Alex Haley that they put out in the fucking, you know what I'm saying, 60s or whatever, and tried to push this back to
Nigga
Africa
really feeling
bullshit.
Kunta, you hear me?
You know what I'm saying? But even in the movie, they was telling you what's going on. Where you Africa? We ain't from no. I ain't from no Africa. My dad is from the Iroquois. My dad is from this. My dad is from that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bruh, dark skin is not. Africa don't have a goddamn patent on dark skin. Okay, that ain't got shit to do with where you from. You can go to Australia, that's motherfuckers dark. You can go to New Zealand, that's motherfuckers dark. You can go everywhere, even Europe, which actually there is no Europe, because that's all Africa too.
And that's why I asked where do the train of thought come from? Which I kind of know because we all come up in the same school system, more or less. You know what I'm saying? So
We,
when you say the American system, you know,
but
right
even
on.
even that's convoluted, because the whole story that they're telling you, right, about George Washington and all of these people and these so-called Europeans that came over, and the forefathers and all of that shit. If you really look at their records, most of them were dark skinned people, bro. Like, all of this shit was pencil whipped in the early fucking 19th, 20th century. The people coming in on Ellis Island and all of this bullshit after the wars. Most of those people were dark skinned Europeans coming over here and mixing and mingling with the indigenous population from city to city. You, and as you look, you in Florida, they look different than the motherfuckers in Mississippi. They look different from the people in Louisiana. They look different from the dudes in California. They look different from the dudes in St. Louis. All of these settlements. You go to Baltimore. You ever hear how they talk in Baltimore? Like they lingo and all of that shit.
Yeah,
Urban
with that
skirting
crazy
and
ass
all that
Q,
bullshit. Yeah,
Q,
right.
you.
Yeah, that's because of who inhabited that area. That's who they got in their, you know what I'm saying? In their genes coming over from Europe. But they wasn't fair skinned.
Hey, bro. Like end of the day, you know, I would just say look into some of the terms like you're saying. Definitely, what it was, the Racial Integrity Act.
Well,
Yeah.
I got a couple questions about what he said. I just
Holla.
want to make sure I was listening right.
Come on.
Did you say George Washington and all them were black?
No, I didn't say George
Well,
Washington and all
dark
of them
skin,
were black. I said if you look at
melanated.
all of the look if you look into their genealogy, I read uh Abraham Lincoln's autobiography, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a nigga too, right?
Yeah, he had black.
Even Shakespeare.
According to his records, he was a Mulligan.
Yeah,
And from Kentucky,
Shakespeare
that's
too.
a nigga.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that.
me
That's
too.
a nigga.
I haven't heard it about George Washington, but I did hear that about Abraham Lincoln. They said
Well,
that's why they put him on the penny.
look up George Washington. Well, listen. What people don't realize is all of them people owning them coins, like that shit is new. They in the early 1900s, like the coins didn't look like that. You look at the
Right.
old buffalo head nickels, the whole Indian head pin. Like look at the old coins. The old coins look like us.
I mean,
The
even the
shit with
one, even the,
Eisenhower and all
what's
of
the
this
symbol from
reminted shit.
California?
That's new history.
Right, the symbol from California, the queen who supposedly started the in Hawaii. I can't remember her name. Man, there's a lot.
Kaliki, what's her name? God
Yeah.
damn.
I remember. I mean, look, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying here's what I do understand about people, products, and services. Right, you're gonna find something that you can in a sense figure out if you could develop on and sell it and market it. Right. I'm not saying that this shit is like absolute science because it tells you it's like, hey, 50%, what we can guarantee as far as what we're saying once we collect your data. And all
I
the
would not tell nobody nothing about motherfucker if somebody gave me a 50% chance of it.
Well,
if a motherfucker say, hey, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be like, all right. Are you sure?
Okay,
Well, I'm
so
50%.
so
Oh,
here,
bitch, you ain't
so
pregnant.
but the point I'm trying to make is that there are lines, right? There are limitations. However, there is still some validity to being able to connect people based off of their DNA samples.
How can you say that when you said
Bro,
that they telling you it's 50% chance that they
because
blowing smoke up
what they're
your
going
ass?
to do is they're going to use math and algorithms the best way that they can to kind of give you some connectivity, and then they're going to fill it in with some glorious packaging. I get that.
It's called conjecture at best.
Okay. So here's the thing. I can tell you this. The niece got in touch with me, right? I got a niece who was a long lost niece who got in touch with me based off of her.
What does that have to do with them telling you 60% Nigerian, Congolese, and all of this shit?
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I can't speak to our origins and how far back because they've already classified everything based on what they want to classify things on. However,
I can't say where you from. I can't tell you ain't from Africa. I can tell you 23andMe ain't gonna fucking tell you from Africa. I can tell you that. If you from Africa, then find your shit. That's what I'm saying. Go.
Well, I mean,
there may be people there may be people who are from Africa that are here, and I know some of them. They didn't come over on a slave ship. They came from fucking England. You know what I'm saying? But I know
Who
me
is they?
personally
The
through
23.
my genealogy. I don't have any affiliation with the
Boy, so who is
continent.
the 23?
Yeah, no. I'm not being funny. Like I'm curious about that because earlier had said something, and that's kind of the way my mind works. Like I'm naturally like cynical and what they call it, conspiracy theorist. So I feel like the DNA you sent is eventually gonna be fucking infused with some AI or some shit and use that type of way. You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
tell you.
But
man, I'm
asking like the 23andMe, like, okay, so I would assume that, okay, I'm gonna look at the reviews and see what people saying and this and that,
Go
this and
to the
that.
site. Pull
Huh?
up the site, right? Pull up the site right now and
Wait,
look at the about us. Look at the bottom, the patent. Look at all of the disclaimers and all of that shit.
All right, I got a question
It's crazy.
right before we roll out. We go to the next joint. You dig? Like, So where would you recommend, or what steps would you recommend for somebody if they are trying to find and trace back their roots? Do you have any, um, resources or anything that you can kind of point the direction towards for somebody that
Absolutely.
wants to do that?
It-
Okay.
it's called City Hall, Vital
Okay.
Records, right?
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
go and you got you got your birth certificate, right? You got your parents' birth certificate, and you got your grandparents' birth certificate. If you can't get their birth certificate, look at their marriage license, divorce license, death certificates, anything like that that has
Okay.
the vital records, right? You're gonna
Right.
look at their classification. If they say when I'm saying your grandparents, I'm not talking
Right.
about your great 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 your grandparents. If they say mulatto, colored, or Negro, you are not of African stock
Mm.
because they
They,
never called the African Negro. They
Well, they
never
got
called the
different
African
levels of this
mulatto.
shit, man. You can find out your family
Yeah.
tree,
Go go
nigga.
go. Listen, you
You
can
can
go to
find out
the
if you
census
was a
records.
caveman, nigga. All type of shit.
No, I'm talking about your family. I'm not talking about just
no, he
random
on the
people.
site now. You feel me?
So,
Look.
Yeah,
so
he looking at the site.
Yeah, it's all kind of crazy shit.
They give you historical matches, nigga.
Right,
Like nigga Martin Luther King was my uncle.
You hear
right.
me?
Hey,
Twice removed.
look, we got 3 minutes before we slide. So if y'all got any more remarks on this subject, give them to me. Before we
Now
Yeah,
bang the gavel.
I just
it's
want to say this.
interesting, and I think I have to look at some, look
Right.
into it more because it's like a lot of information. You
But
know what
we're
I'm saying?
definitely going to revisit it in
I,
pieces.
I think the thing that kind of sold it in a sense to me, and again, I'm not saying this whole site is like 100% authentic through and through, but the fact that they can match up relatives that I know to be relatives that I had no contact with,
Right.
you
A nigga,
reconnect.
Facebook could do that. Facebook could do
No,
that.
but
Check it
what
out.
he's
So
saying is that it
yeah.
happened through the site, so it give it like at least some level of validity.
They
Nigga,
ping
the
they
shit
ping you. So
TikTok
heck,
could do that.
let's say
Come on,
hypothetically
man.
you decided to do this, right? And then all of a sudden there's some relative, let's say maybe like a grandfather had an illegitimate child, you know, that you might know of, but nobody know where this person is. And let's say this person decides to do this, same as you. They gonna send you a notification saying, hey, this person pops up as this particular um
Right.
Listen,
portion
because
of relative to you.
it's using actual genetic markers that's uh
That's
there in your blood or in your
correct.
saliva or whatever.
Right.
What I'm
Okay,
trying to say.
you can do that with people that's alive. I'm saying, how can they tell you about your ancestors
Yeah, I
if
feel you.
they ain't
I agree
fucking
with you
test
on
your
that.
ancestors?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna debate you on that one. I agree.
Right.
You know, they're going it's too much to I agree with you on that one.
I'm from Gert Town, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
17.
It's 17, you hear me?
I'm gonna say this: Grandma ain't had
Queen
no
of
reason.
Sarah.
Grandma ain't had no reason to lie to me when she told me
Right.
who her daddy was. You understand what I'm saying? This
Man,
was not even a big topic back
I
then.
don't trust
You know what I'm
humans.
saying?
Humans
It
do
was
shit
just
when they in their
me
emotion.
having a
They
conversation
ain't
with
got
my
no
folks.
business, bro.
Right.
What you say?
Hmm?
What you say?
I was saying when people in their emotions and they want to hide things and they're embarrassed or people want to create a facade, they will do some stuff to hide legitimate things. And I'm
Like what?
saying, huh?
What would be the high?
What you mean? Like this? I mean, I'm not gonna go into personal details, but I know of family members that exist that were hidden,
That ain't who they say they for type shit.
and they come,
Right.
and
Listen,
then the light comes later on down the line. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying what that got to do.
17.
What that got to do with what we talking about? Like let's.
When you
I'm
say
trying to stay
grandmother don't lie, when grandma don't lie, meaning you can
about who
trace
we
back to
are.
who you got relatives and who you connected to. And I'm saying that's not always a reliable way either.
I get what you're saying.
Nah, I
Okay.
disagree.
Nah, it's cool, dog. Look, y'all know one thing, boy. Good shit.
Now look,
I appreciate
I
y'all,
let
nigga.
you off the hook. I let you off the hook because we brothers. Because it's not about showing nobody up or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's about actually sharing, real information rather than just shit that we done heard over the fucking years that
I
can't be goddamn trace down, track down, or verify.
Right. I agree with that too.
Yeah, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I have to connect with you offline, bro, because there's some things I'm interested in knowing.
Well, always glad I could bring brothers together. You know what I'm saying? Fella, we about to get out the dope. We just hit them with two, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a good two. Y'all know one thing. We'll be back next week. Y'all catch the same bad time, same bad channel.
I love my African brothers.
I'm from Africa. Crenshaw Mafia, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, you from Africa.
Claim your set, nigga. Claim your set, nigga. But before we go, should I? Man, this should be so complicated.
Nigga's last name is LeBlanc.
Yeah, we gonna do this before we go.
White.
Shouts out to all the graduates, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all y'all 2024 high school.
Shout out to all the graduates. Go make some money. Get the
middle
fuck out of the
school,
house.
kindergarten, all that. You feel me? Right now, cuz that reminded me of this, so we just gonna hit y'all with this before we get out the door. Prime season, you know, we used to like to look at the fits, all that. We got a little medley of some of them outfits. We gonna hit y'all with that before we get out the door. Shouts out to all the graduates. In particular, want to shout out my godchild. You feel me? She got the Resiliency Award in science. So big ups to you. And play this.
No tight shoes.
Yes, you late, Miss Lyric. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
continue.
Nah, it's all good, man. For Hedge Racker, the ENT, Cuzzo Rent, Rejuvenated Juve, Kurt Dog, myself, Benjamin That's Rounds Podcast. Appreciate all y'all good people. Catch y'all Monday.
Peace.
Let you know, baby, tonight, the night we lose control.